Hi, happy International Youth Day 2025. As we celebrate this day, whose theme is local actions for the SDGs and beyond, we bring to you a youth-led conversation. The PFM Bootcamp program targets university students, and here we endeavor to increase the participation of the youth in governance and budget-making processes with a focus on domestic resource mobilization. And in this podcast, we will be focusing on the linkage between progressive DRM processes and the realization of the SDGs commitment.
A beautiful International Youth Day to all the youth within our Kenyan borders and to those beyond them. This year's theme for the Youth Day is local youth actions in sustainable development goals, right? How are the youth contributing in achieving the said goals that have a due date by the year 2030, right? So with me is an intelligent young panel and we'll get to conversate about some of these goals and how we are able to influence them and see their accomplishment. To my gentleman on the right, paint a picture for us of what it is like to be a Kenyan youth today and the kind of challenges you face.
My name is Tolo Jeff. I'm a clearing student at Maseno University, a political scientist. That is it. I pursue political science with IT. Being a Kenyan youth, for the longest, it took us to school. It's a matter of education. Yeah. In 2003, Kibaki brought in the issue of FPE, free primary education. 2017, I was among the beneficiaries of FDSE, free day secondary education, ya Uhuru Kenyatta. Haya, nimeshasoma. Alafu.
Beautiful. That is Tolo Jeff really starting this conversation on a beautiful high note. Lizzie.
My name is Lizzie Felicia. Recent graduate of Sociology and Economics at Kenyatta University. What it feels like to be a Kenyan youth, I think in regards to education, in both the formal, the formal and the informal education system that we have in Kenya, I think they normally say it's education is a bridge to better opportunities, but in the context, as it seems, there's a broken place somewhere that needs to be amended. Yeah, so yeah, we have issues to do with gender equity, we have climate action, we have things to do with drought and flooding that affect us as a youth and as a society.
Lakini as of 2025 kuna issue na pesa na kufund shule na venye watu wanapata pesa kwenda shule, right? Kuna story ya banding, kuna how watu wanabandiwa into these systems. Ni mnafeel aje? We kama Tolo.
Acha nikwambie. We need a lot of reforms in the education sector. Ukienda even right from university mpaka hivyo primary school yote. Because in university pia kuna confusion with the banding system. You understand? Yeah. Number one, we have to get back to where we started. Unajua, one of the problems we're having as a country is that the government usually implements policies, then comes later to struggle explaining them to us. You see, we don't know the reason as to why tulitoka kwa differentiated unit cost, DUC, tukaletwa kwa new funding model.
Good point to note. Lizzie, you've mentioned that you're a graduate, sindio? Just to ask, ulitumia e-banding system kusoma?
I used the one that was there before the new funding model. I believe to some point that was working. With the new model, really are not sure of the exact amount you're supposed to pay. So unapata like the university now pay relief, you just register the units, you do exams, but you're supposed to pay around like it's not clear. So sometimes they tell you pay 10,000, na ukiingia kwa portal you find a very big figure and you wonder inatoka wapi. So in terms of what do I call this? Preparation for work in terms of education, I feel the education system with the new CBC blah 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 thing, I think inakosa clarity in terms of preparation for work. If so pata like mtu unamaliza shule and you're not really sure of you're not prepared for the work environment. Yes. If the government, yeah, if the government, let's say at the county level, like we have we're supposed to mobilize resources that we have, let's say, within counties. So if they implement certain policies that can well suit to feed, let's say, schools, I think every student in every school should be fed afai kwenda shule with the mind that like wako njaa ama they have mental issues because hiyo strain yote, but we should have a system whereby like kila kitu tu ina flow. Yeah, and I think it all starts with transparency na accountability on how our budgets are really made.
Napenda sana venye tumeongelea story ya education na the steps that we can take to actually better that specific sector in our country. But sasa kuna story ndadai tuchape na ni ya climate action. First of all, hata kabla tuendelee about the gritty-nitties, the intricacies of that sector, ni kwa nini youth wa leo hapa Kenya anafaa kuwa aware climate action ni nini? Climatic change, haja yake ya kujua hiyo story ni gani?
So climate action, it's a very wide topic, I can say, because unaiangalia from the perspective, kuna things to with air pollution, kuna water pollution. Just like sometimes you just throw waste ama you emit waste to the environment and you really don't care, it affects nani. We have people when how do I call them, wanakuwa affected with let's say kama hizo emissions from cars. So unapata like they end up getting sick. Unapata ina tamper with the ozone layer. So unapata like sometimes kuna very high heat na you don't understand imetoka wapi. Ina lead to greater problems. Kunakuwa na drought, sometimes kunakuwa na flooding and things like that. So unapata like in affect the quality of life in a way.
Nasemaje, nyi mnaonaje about taxing ya watu? Juu kama as in, ina make sense aje quality ya watu ipungue ndo biashara yako ithrive. Si wewe ukiharibu anga, si tutolee bob tusafishe hiyo uchafu yako. Nyi mnaonaje? What do you think about environmental taxes in general?
Okay, environmental tax, hiyo mambo ya the aspect of the more you pollute, the more you should pay, the more you contribute. But can we have at least because at the end of the day hata kama utacontribute, unajua contribution yako haitarudisha ile environment pale ilikuwa, si ndio? Hata kama can we have a conversation of ukienda a bit into the books, kuna hizo vitu kama Paris Climate Agreement, si ndio? Kuna the Kyoto Protocol and there are various frameworks kuna unapata such things ndio zina set hizo limits za emissions for hata kama ni the industrial whatever, because mambo ya the industrial sector. So but the point is hata no matter how much we're going to contribute at because we polluted, kuna tu mtu atasafa juu. Hata nakwambia leo kama sisi wote vile tuko hapa hivi wase watatu, if today there is a pollution occurring in an industry ama in a factory karibu na sisi, that contribution hata wakituma kwa serikali, sisi unajua sisi tutakuwa tu affected juu hata tutumia pesa ati wewe shikeni hiyo pollution iliyopi kwa ile pollution ya juzi, si ndio? Hata of course hakuna direct compensation. So to strict na hizi limit tumeset.
So, Tolu and Lizzie, I'd like to give the both of you a minute each for you to deliver a message to the government in regards to the priority sectors that we've discussed. What do you have to say to them in what you'd like to see? Tolu?
Okay. My parting shot would be that we, in the spirit of the principles of taxation, the statement on equity, you know, may the government try to at least ensure that there is that fairness in terms of tax distribution and even who pays more, so that we don't have this debate of that women are feeling like kuna vile wanafinywa bado na the whole system of taxation. And then also in regards to quality education. The government needs to respect and really uphold what is stated in the constitution, that there is right, that citizens have a right to free to basic education. So once we have all this, then it means that at the end of the day, people will be able to access quality education at affordable, even if it's affordable, even if we are meant to pay. So let it be affordable and also be accessible. We should not be seeing the state of classrooms being dilapidated in Tarakaniti, or some people reading under trees in Baringo. You see? So let us just have a conversation or a country where things are being implemented as by the book. We have very nice laws, but now the problem comes with implementation that usually fails due to lack of political will. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tolu. Liz.
Okay, just to wrap up, one message I have for the government in regards to the theme of this year's International Youth Day. So for education, I think the government should really try hard to bridge the gap between education and workspace, such that time unatoka, like shule, like where you're going to place yourself and things like that. In terms of the formal and the informal education, we can try really hard to. We have the Ajira and the TVETs. I think it's ziko kidogo, so if we can leverage on that, because the world is going digital, so if we prepare the youth in line with that, I think we're going to head far. In terms of gender equality, yeah, I urge these business owners and these people working in the formal sector, if they can give women opportunity to work in managerial positions so that they don't feel the burden of taxation really hard, it's going to go a long way. They should also provide incentives for small business owners such that they can grow. In the long run, they're going to create opportunities either for themselves and those around them. Yeah, I also urge the youth to take part in climate action. Yeah, it's going to go a long way.
Thank you so much, Lizzie Felicia. And this was it. This is a discussion that I have had with two brilliant panelists in regards to the theme that we've had in this year's International Youth Day, which is local youth action in the Sustainable Development Goals. As per the discussion, we've seen that most of the goals that we have are not at all impossible. They are within reach. And so, of course, the encouragement of the youth to get more involved in these conversations, in the actions, is highly advised. The future is not at all bleak if only we take the right steps towards it, because we can leverage the technology, the community, the innovation to make a change. We are not the leaders of tomorrow, we are the disruptors of change today. So this was a conversation for the youth, by the youth, and I hope you learned something and you enjoy your Youth Day. Out.